Hey everyone, it's Joy here for Honeybee Stamps. For my project today, we're going to do a hot foil sentiment on a stenciled background, and it turned out so super pretty. So for the background, which is what we're going to start with first, is I'm using the Nordic Winter stencil. This has two stencils in it. One of them, this one is just kind of a more simpler background, but the one that I'm going to use has a bunch of snowflakes added to this design. So I was just kind of deciding which design I wanted to use, and I went with the much more busy background, which I think is so pretty. So we're going to do ink blending with the stenciling. I'm using some blue colors, of course, because this is like a snowflake kind of scene to me. So I'm going to start with Distress Oxide ink in Uncharted Mariner, and actually all of them are Distress Oxide inks. So I'm going to do this just at the top, and I just think this is such a yummy color. And my color inspiration was actually from the Winter Wonder gem stickers, which I'll show you here when I'm done ink blending this. The next color is Blueprint Sketch, and I'm going to blend that into that Uncharted Mariner just a little bit at the top, so that way we don't just have like this straight line of colors. It just kind of blends and makes a new color, which I love. And then at the bottom, we're going to be using some Salvaged Patina. I am using the stencil mat from Waffle Flower. I really like using this mat, definitely when I'm stenciling or ink blending, because it just holds the cardstock in place. Now also I'm cleaning my brush in between each color because I only have one blue blender brush from Honeybee Stamps dedicated to blue ink. So I was just cleaning it off on a towel in between. Okay, so here is the Salvaged Patina. Of course, this is a gorgeous color. I think this is one of my most favorites. It's just so beautiful. And I'm just going to lightly blend that up into the Blueprint Sketch. And now you can see we have this beautiful background. And then I decided to take the brush and add just the tiniest bit of ink and lightly blend around the area of each color. So the Salvaged Patina, then the next one is Blueprint Sketch, just lightly in those areas. And then again at the top for the Uncharted Mariner. And then we have our background completely finished. Here is that inspiration. The Winter Wonder gem stickers just had this color palette, and I thought I'm just gonna go with it. It's so pretty. All right, let's do our hot foiling. I have Spellbinder's Glimmer hot foil system getting heated up. I have it turned on. I am using the Merry Christmas from the Foil Script Holiday. I'm also using the Specialty Glimmer cardstock from Spellbinders, and I taped my foil plate in place. This is a foil trimmer also from Spellbinders, and it makes it easy to cut your foil. Since I already taped down my plate, I'm just using the coordinating die to kind of lay down to see how much foil I actually need. And I'm just going to use my little blade and slice it, and now I have a nice piece of foil. This helps you to not waste a ton of foil. I'm going to slide this under with the pretty side up facing the Glimmer plate, and then I'm going to add another piece of tape to hold that in place. Now I made that little hinge at the top, that way if I don't get a good foiled image, I can just slide another piece of foil underneath, lay it back down, and foil it again. So now that that is nice and ready, I'm going to push this button, and it's going to blink for about a minute. When it's done blinking, then you know it's ready to run through the die cut machine. So I'm going to pull this out of the docking station. I will add my plates and shims. I'm going to run this through my Platinum 6 Spellbinders die cut machine, and I like to go really slow forward and backward. You also are going to take all of your original plates out of there because this whole thing fits by itself. I'm going to peel this back, and then you guys are going to see we have this beautiful Merry Christmas image. Now let's use the coordinating die to die cut this out, and when you are taping this in place, really make sure to not get your tape on the foil because it can lift it off the cardstock. Now I'm using the Scalloped A2 card frames, the second largest one, and I'm going to center that in the background of this because we're going to be using both pieces. So I'm going to tape that in place and then run that through the die cut machine. Now we have an outer frame and we have a centerpiece. I'm also going to be using a piece of like gold glitter cardstock that I cut slightly larger than our center panel. I'm going to adhere that down. This will have some foam tape behind it because I do want it to have some dimension. I love dimension on my cards. And then I can pop this in place, and so you can see the outer frame then you have the gold glitter cardstock, and then you have that center panel. So you have a little bit of everything, and I think that gold just kind of breaks up the background a little bit. Then we want to place that large foiled sentiment in the center. I really love large sentiments in general, and I think stenciling a background or even using like a embossing folder is really fantastic and kind of just shows off your large sentiment. So I added some foam tape behind that. I'm going to pop that right in the center. And then of course we got to bring in those Winter Wonder gem stickers. I'm going to kind of use the coordinating colors and center the small stickers. I started with a big one, but I actually went with all of the smallest little gems. And I'm just going to put those in the centers of those Nordic snowflakes, which really turned out so, so lovely. And those already have adhesive behind them, so it makes it super quick and easy to adhere those down. And then now our card is completely finished. Isn't that so pretty? I love it with the gold, and then of course all the blues are just absolutely beautiful. And we have that lovely foiled sentiment in the center. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you feel inspired. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye!